Hey everyone, I am Jay Davis and you just checked in with Rolling Out. Today we have a really dope guest. Some of you guys may know him from seeing him getting it in with the Teddy Riley and Babyface versus entertainment that we were able to check out last week. Really dope. But this guy is so much more. For those of you who don't know, we just want to bring him in today so he can let you know who he is. Everyone, please give a warm welcome for Mr. Breyon Prescott. Breyon, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks for that warm, incredible introduction.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
good.
Man, we love you over here, man. It was like, man, for those of us, we know who you are behind the scenes. A lot of people in front wasn't really sure, but just to even meet you the way that they did on Sunday, I think was a moment in history. We was all a little bit like, come on, what's going on with the technical difficulties? But to see you back there, just jamming, bringing all that dope energy, man, that was like a moment for all of us. So we all appreciated that, man. That was dope.
I'm glad you appreciate it, man. And it's actually, I embraced it because as it was happening, I manage Jamie Foxx and a lot of other people. So, he's a massive comedian, him and D.L. Hughley and Chris Spencer. So, Jamie was the first person to call me. The next day was like, hey, whatever it is, man, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So that was hilarious. But we were all laughing from the time because I was like, what is the big deal? You know what I mean? At that point, I knew we were dealing with the technical sound and things of that nature. But the other part of it was my phone, because I didn't have my phone. I had my phone for a second. I put it down. When I picked my phone up, man, it was lit up. It was crying. I was getting pictures of memes. It was nuts. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because if you can look at it, think about how you guys are looking at us. And there's an iPad right there. So I'm not, when you see me dancing, I'm not dancing looking into the screen because I'm not paying attention to the screen. It was a mood. It was a vibe. I mean, I was there to do something else with Teddy, and that record comes on. I don't care where it is. You know what I mean? I asked some people like, yo, what was you doing? Right? Not even being in the music business. What were you doing when you first heard Guy Groove Me? Like, yeah. It was like, man, come on, man. And the show, Dougie Fresh, when you hear that anywhere, those are two records that if you don't move, something is wrong with you. Like, so I couldn't front, I couldn't fake. So I'm in the music business, but it really breathes in my soul. So yeah, I went nuts. You know what I mean? And if you know me, the people that know me in the industry, they was like, oh, that's Breyon.
Oh yeah.
But then the rest of the world was like,
that was
man,
nothing planned out. That's super dope. So, man, Breyon, so you've been in the industry for like over 25 years. Like, tell us, the viewers that's watching, who is Breyon Prescott?
Interesting. So, I can't wait till it's 25. It's actually 23, and I'm just counting back because I saw something the other day, and a video came on, an old video, right? And the old video was me and Angie Stone, right? So she was one of the first massive artists that I managed. I was young as shit. And she was one of the first massive artists that I managed. But we did this record that I brought to her. We did many. But a record that I particularly brought to her was this record called Black Brother, right? And people probably don't remember, but it was a #1 record. It was huge. And I say that to say it was a video about prominent black men because at the time I thought black men needed to be uplifted. And this record came in. I played it for her and she loved it. I played it for Clive Davis at the time. But if you go to that video, which is important and relevant to now, I'm in the end of that video with a white Kangol on, right? Me and her, I got a white Kangol on and a white jersey, right? And Will Smith is in that video with us. So I'm not doing the groove me bounce, but I'm doing this because the bounce is a little slow. So now I'm shoulders, you know what I mean? So it's different. And I say that to say, who would have known that's 1999? It's 2020 now,
right?
In the COVID, and it flips itself, that I'm in another iconic moment because she was iconic to me, and Will Smith was iconic because of he was shooting Men in Black at the time, right? Davis, and he gave a young man like me a shot, managing Angie, we started with this song called No More Rain in This Cloud. It was a Gladys Knight sample. It was a massive record that went #1, and Clyde trusted me in being a young record man at that time and managing Angie through a huge career in her life. You know, we got run various awards, Soul Train Awards, Image Awards, and we got, she sold 1 million albums on that. And that's how my journey started. Clive gave me my label deal at that time. He gave me a label deal at that time, and I ran with it. You know what I mean? I started signing artists, and I started understanding how to make records of that nature, and, signed a couple of hip-hop acts out of that. I brought Kanye over to the label at that time. I'm sorry, everybody's calling in. I brought Kanye over to the label at that time to work on Alicia Keys at that time, to be a producer over there. So I started to work with him heavily, and as my career continued to grow with Clive early on, I also had D'Angelo with Angie at that time, because she was she had a son with D'Angelo, but she was his background singer, and so we birthed that, D'Angelo, and we were on that run, the D'Angelo run, and after that came Jamie Foxx.
So you were managing these artists, or just like A&R?
I'm managing Angie, managing D'Angelo, A&Ring those things, and at that time, managing, with Jamie, I still am with managing, but signing his first album, which would be what it is today. And we had massive success with that. Unpredictable. I did every album that Jamie's ever done. I executive produced and did every song on it with him, along with the great producers. So Unpredictable, DJ Play That Love Song, all those songs that was on that album, I did that. Me and Jamie did that together, but I did, put his albums together. And then after that was, Blame It on the Alcohol, Slow Jams. I did that with Kanye for Jamie, and then Gold Digger. You know what I mean? So those were, the essence of when I was with Clive Davis, and we had a massive, massive run. We won a Grammy with Blame It, that I found that record with Jamie and gave it to him, and put T-Pain on that, and we had a massive run with that record. It's probably one of the biggest 17 weeks at #1. So massive, that's how long I go back. And I also signed Brandy, So, yeah, so we did that, and after she had an illustrious career, and she still has one. She's an amazing artist. We had a great run with Put It Down with her and Chris Brown that I put together with her, went #1. And then I took it in after that and went to L.A. Reid and was the head of black music at Epic.
Nice.
So started that journey again. It was like thing after thing. Started that journey with L.A. and signed Rick Ross and Yo Gotti over there, and that whole hip hop scene that we were creating together, L.A. and myself at Epic, was the artist that I signed and brought over there. Bobby Smurda was one. Puff came after that. We did that, and of course DJ Khaled came after all that, and henceforth you have, which is the hip hop label you have now, in Epic Records. So I mean, those were my transitions in music, which is a lot and much more. Actually, Rolling Out is in Atlanta, right?
We're all around, but headquarters are in Atlanta, yes.
Okay, I signed a group out of Atlanta, Black.
I remember Black, the girls, right?
Yeah, the girls, man. I signed those girls. We had a deal at Elektra, and I had them on the soundtrack. I don't know if you remember the soundtrack, the movie that Gabrielle Union was in.
Deliver
No, it was a cheerleading movie.
Oh, Bring It On.
Bring It On. So the girls were in that. We did that and had that success.
Oh yeah, the girls was in the movie, wasn't she?
They were in the movie, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. So I mean, I've had that career and then transition, still in music. I have a deal at Interscope with a new rapper that I got coming out, but I transitioned to television and film, also naturally with Jamie. I have 3 or 4 films that are coming out, TV projects that we're doing.
Wow.
And I consult a lot of artists as it is now, right? So it's crazy how the transition of a career happens, but it does, and it's music connects with everything. And one of your hometown favorites, which is my little brother, Quavo. We started our own sports agency, and I think it's going to be great, called Glacier Sports.
Wow.
right? So it's I think it's transcended a lot of different areas. Um, One thing I forgot to say, because this is my brother, the ultimate, Dr. Dre, as people probably saw me come in with the phone and put Dr. Dre on the phone with
That's
Teddy and all that. So Dr. Dre is my big brother, a mentor with me, and he allowed me to do something I don't think he's ever allowed anybody to do. Is when I was working with him, he allowed me to come in and executive produce with him his album, and it was a great experience to be able to do that. Didn't so those are the type of things that's my background. But fun has always been in my background, just giving you the back layers of what happened and where I really came from. Because people was like, yo, he's a hype man, he's this. Well, you know, when Jamie was out, I've always been behind the scenes. I was there always. There's a video that I had Hype Williams do in the Blame It on the Alcohol video. I'm very prevalent in that video, dancing with Quincy Jones, with Samuel Jackson, with Clarence Avon, because we had all those guys come down. It was an epic video, and I'm in that video dancing with a glass of champagne with Quincy Jones, right? Because it was epic and iconic. So I've always had those epic and iconic moments because I cherish and relish in those. This was just another one that I think I was able to be a part of, and it wasn't by default. It was planned because it was planned that I was going to be there with my brother Teddy Riley, right?
Yeah. I mean, we really do appreciate that we was able to get that moment with you again last Sunday, because it allowed us to get to this question, like, who exactly is Breyon Prescott? And then to hear all the stuff that you've done and all the things you have going on, we definitely need to know. Like, a lot of people play the background and you'll never know who they are. But some people like yourself that's responsible for so many amazing careers, we want to know who you are, So everything happened for a reason, man. It's like your stars just lined up and you just, smooth sailing from here. So that's dope. So you have
I
a
appreciate
label.
that. Yeah, I have a label.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little rapper, man, that was online. It was blowing up, and everybody was trying to sign him. And somebody reached out to me about him. And I think he's the most talented kid. He reminds me of a cross between Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. He's from Orlando, Florida. His name is Pootie, which is a what I took him to Interscope Records, and I signed him over at Interscope. So he signed through my label, Chameleon Entertainment, through through Interscope Records. I'm sorry, I did a joint venture with those guys, and I wanted to do things differently because I've been tied down to certain joint ventures like Def Jam and RCA, which is Sony, Epic, and what my label does. And I kind of just wanted to be free and take artists to different platforms and different venues and not want to be tied down to one place. And it allows me to do that. It allows me to have a deal, to have a massive deal at Triller. So it allows me to have a deal at Triller while I'm having one at Interscope and break new artists through that platform, right? I have a show on Triller that's going to be launching called Legendary Talks, where I want to interview and talk to more people like myself that I know that are behind the scenes that don't get that light, right? And it's not about giving them the light, but it's about giving them the opportunity, because these guys have special things that they've done in the industry, and it goes unseen or people don't know. It's great, man. I welcome it. I welcome it anytime. So if I'm around you or all your fans and listeners, man, that record come on, I'm doing the same thing. They don't even have to ask me. They don't even have to ask.
Man, everybody does that, man. We all do that. When them records come on, you just can't help it. I mean, that's how it was in that era. We was dancing, So all that cool stuff now, nah, that ain't what's up. So we appreciate that, man. So
man, I appreciate you guys.
Let me ask you, what's your label? Are you looking for more artists currently?
I am absolutely looking for more artists. But can I say this to you? I want you to make an emphasis on this.
Okay.
Dre told me this. He was like, you see Kendrick, you see Eminem, you see 50, you see Snoop, you see NWA, you see Pop. I was like, whoa. So for me, he was like, if you're going to do it, look for the greats, look for the best. If they got that thing. So everybody said they're looking for that, but I really and truly look for an artist that has a multifaceted talent. I want somebody that can perform. I want somebody that actually is a songwriter. You know what I mean? Yeah, I I missed the obvious. That's just out there and everybody's jumping. Oh, the TikTok record. I'm like, okay, I got that, great. But that record is here today, gone tomorrow. I think that you can have the same thing, because if you look at the artists that are the biggest artists on the platform, they're all super, super talented. Like, look at the A-listers. Like, if you look at the A-listers, from Drake to Kendrick to J. Cole to Beyonce to Alicia Keys to Justin Bieber, Rihanna, they're all at the same tier.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that separates them from greatness. And then you got your B-level and your C-level artists that, we're just happy to get a check and get by, right? So I've never been that guy, right, to do that, because I feel like when you find the one, I know how to give them what they need to actually achieve the other side. So absolutely, I'm looking for artists. But because I have the the bandwidth to plug them with the Jamie Foxx. They got great scripts and stuff like that. So that's where it is for me. That's the behind the scenes, the seriousness of it. But at heart, when I get off the phone with you, that's why I'm in the car. I'm driving. I'm listening to music, because we can't go anywhere. So you can ride on the highway up and down the 101 to 405. So I can listen to music and take calls all day and feel good on a happy day like this. So that's what I enjoy.
So, man, with all this stuff, you got a lot of amazing things going on. For these people, whether they are these dope singers you're looking for or these screenwriters, like, how do they reach you? What do they just come to your social media?
Okay. Right? It'll be verified very soon by Instagram, but it's The Real Breyon Prescott. There's about 10,000 people that's following another Breyon Prescott, Breyon.Prescott, which is not me. So we're trying to convert. Yeah, that is not it. You can get that word out to everybody. We're trying to convert everybody from Breyon.Prescott to The Real Breyon Prescott.
The Real Breyon Prescott. That is your correct social media. And that's Instagram. What about Twitter? Is it the same?
Yeah, everything is the same.
Okay.
Everything is the same. So you're enjoyable and pleasure to interview with, by the way. And I look forward to meeting you guys and doing, many things with rolling out. Whatever you guys need from me, I'm here to really support it. We can do some stuff with, I think so. It's great, man.
And let me tell you, man, definitely keep doing what you're doing, because everybody doesn't want to be the artist. Some people want to be Breyon Prescott. You get what I'm saying? So for you to share your journey, your information, and to see where you've come from and where you are now and where you're going, that's inspiration. You know what I mean? So, man, keep doing these interviews, keep doing these talks, everything that you're putting together, keep doing that, because we need to see that. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. And I will remain, I let everybody know this, the fun of it is, yes, I will still remain behind the scenes. That is my place. That's what I love to do. And when it's fun, I come out and we have fun. So that will always be there as well. But I have no desire to do that. But I'm here. I'm going to have fun. They catch me dancing wherever that is. I'm going to be dancing. So if they catch me videos and whatever's going on, that's my thing. It hit me in the moment, I'm going. So that's it.
Man, we so appreciate you coming in, taking the time out today with us, man. Anything else you want to share with the viewers and any of your fans watching?
No, let's just connect, man. I want to connect with these people. That's really what I want to do. At some point, I really want to start to travel and really, get out of it when we're able to get back. And just travel and have fun with people and talk to people. You know what I mean? Me, a newfound respect for, the ordinary person that's out there that's really fan, that's looking. Because, I didn't expect this. I was talking to Farnsworth Bentley earlier, because Farnsworth Bentley was, from Atlanta and behind Puff. And I was like, yo, man, this is something I didn't expect. And, but it's fun. And if it's fun, man, I love it. I'm going to do it. I ain't going to change. I tell people, man, Puff danced to $1 billion. He danced his way to $1 billion. And so the talent was underneath. But if he didn't give his shimmy and his dance and what he was doing, that was the part you knew about Puff. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So, and he had fun. That was when everybody else was doing games. He was like, man, I'm going to dance. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm going to dance. And more people, that's where I'm at. This is enjoyable, man. And happy Friday to you. And shout out to Rolling Out, man. I want to do more stuff with you guys. If you'd have me, you know, humbly speaking, I would love to do more things and create some stuff with you guys. You let those guys know that. That's what I'm here for.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you again, Breyon. Everyone, make sure you follow his real page, which is the real Breyon Prescott. We'll make sure we have that below in the comments as well. We appreciate everyone for checking in with Rolling Out. Y'all stay safe.